Hi, do you know how to calculate the pH for 0.4 molar sodium hydroxide solution? If yes, you may simply skip the video and practice your understanding by solving the individual questions. If not, and you want to learn more how to calculate the pH for different solutions, keep watching this video. Now, one thing to mention before we move to how to calculate the pH for different solutions is that in this video we are going to deal with strong acids and strong bases. Now, what's the difference between a strong acid and a weak acid? Let me explain. The strong acid is an acid that dissociates completely or ionizes completely, while the weak acid is the acid that dissociates partially. Let me give you an example. HCl plus H2O produces H3O plus Cl minus. HCl is a strong acid. As you can see, this chemical reaction is a completion chemical reaction. So HCl will dissociate completely. If we have 0.5 molars HCl, we're going to get 0.5 molar H3O plus. And this is a very important note since we're going to use this while calculating the pH for different solutions. While hydrocyanic acid, it's a weak acid. If we mix hydrocyanic acid with water to produce Cn minus and H3O plus, here this chemical reaction is a reversible chemical reaction, and hydrocyanic acid will not dissociate completely. It will dissociate partially, which means that if we have 0.5 molars hydrocyanic acid, the concentration of hydronium ion is going to be less than 0.5 molar. How to calculate the concentration of hydronium ion in weak acids? That's what I'm going to cover in another video. The same definition is going to be applied to differentiate between a strong base and a weak base. Strong bases dissociate completely, while weak bases dissociate partially. Now, these tables are to show you some strong acids and weak acids, some strong bases and weak bases. Now, what's the pH and how to calculate the pH for different solutions? pH, or the power of hydrogen, is a measure of the acidity or the basicity of an aqueous solution. It's a scale between 0 and 14. A solution with pH 7, it's a neutral solution. If the pH is less than 7, it's an acid. If the pH is more than 7, it's a base. And as we go towards 0, it becomes a stronger acid, which means that if we have two solutions, pH 2 and pH 4, pH 2 is a stronger acid. And as we go towards 14, it becomes a stronger base. To calculate the pH, we use the formula pH is equal to minus log concentration of hydronium ions. Let's practice. Calculate the pH of a 0.5 molar HCl solution. Here, HCl, or hydrochloric acid, is a strong acid, which means that concentration of HCl, it's equal to the concentration of hydronium ions, it's equal to 0.5, as we explained about strong acids. Now we use the formula pH is equal to minus log concentration of hydronium ions, equal to minus log 0.5, which is equal to 0.3. This is the pH of 0.5 molar HCl solution. Another question, calculate the pH of 0.4 molar NaOH solution, or sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a strong base, which means that the concentration of sodium hydroxide is equal to the concentration of hydroxide ions, equal to 0.4 molar. But to calculate the pH, we need the concentration of hydronium ions. Fortunately, we have a relation between hydronium ions and hydroxide ions, which is Kw, which is the constant of ionization of water, equal to concentration of hydronium ions multiplied by concentration of hydroxide ions, it's equal to 1 times 10 to the power minus 14. So always, whenever we want to convert hydronium ions to hydroxide ions or hydroxide ions to hydronium ions, we use this formula. So to calculate hydronium ions, we divide 1 times 10 to the power minus 14 by the concentration of hydroxide ions, which is equal to 1 times 10 to the power minus 14 divided by 0.4, which is equal to 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 14. Now we use the formula pH, it's equal to minus log concentration of hydronium ions minus log 2.5 times 10 to the power minus 14, and the answer is going to be 13.6. And now we are ready to solve the end of video questions. If not, repeat the video again. If you find my videos are useful, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get notified and watch the new videos. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and write me a comment. Thank you.